Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to do a video on the top 5 mods for the Honda CRF 450 RL. The 450 RL is an awesome motorcycle and there's tons of mods that you can do to it. But I'm just going to go over the top 5 mods that I think are the most important on the Honda CRF 450 RL. I don't know these are least to most important. I feel like they're all important and I think they're going to be different priorities for different people. None of these mods are necessary, but they will give you a better experience if you do them. Alright, number 5 is the Steely flywheel weight. It adds an extra 7 ounces to the flywheel weight. If you're having problems with the 450 RL stalling, this is the solution. If you're going to do only one mod to your motorcycle, this is the one you need to do on the Honda. It fits on the Honda 450L, RL, and X from 2019 to 2024. It reduces stalling. It makes it smoother, more controlled, and more tractable power delivery. Trail and enduro riders will love the extra flywheel weight. It's not the easiest thing to put on. You need a flywheel puller and a flywheel holder to do the job. It's $140 and you can get that at Taco Moto. I'll put the link in the description. Okay, and then number 4. And that is a custom exhaust. Now I was debating, should I put on a custom exhaust on this list? I contemplated it multiple times, but yes, I think it should be on the list. And why? Because the stock exhaust on the 450 RL is 17 pounds. It has a catalytic converter in it. I put the Graves exhaust on and it's really good, but there's other exhausts out there that are cheaper that you can get than the Graves, but the Graves weighs 6 pounds. So I went from 17 pounds with the stock exhaust to 6 pounds with the Graves exhaust. That's 11 pounds difference because you're essentially just taking out the catalytic converter. I recommend the Graves, but you can do whatever. FMF, Pro Circuit, there's all kinds of Yoshimura. Another thing is like the Honda 450X doesn't have a catalytic converter in it. So that exhaust doesn't weigh 17 pounds like the RL does. Putting aftermarket exhaust on the X is quite as effective as putting one on the RL. Number 3 is the Seat Concepts Comfort XL. You don't have to put an aftermarket seat on here, but this is going to help you out a lot and it's going to allow you to ride longer. And in my personal opinion, the Seat Concept seats are the best. I had a comfort seat on my KTM and I liked it, but it just wasn't as comfortable as the Comfort XL. So I highly recommend the Comfort XL from Seat Concepts. The XL is a little wider, but it's not a problem. Some people feel like, oh, I ride single track and my legs and all this. Like, it's not a problem. I never have any trouble with my legs with the little wider seat on the XL. But I thoroughly enjoy the wider seat with the XL on my butt. Having more padding and wider, it's just nicer. I ordered mine from Seat Concepts and they asked me what kind of riding and weight and stuff. So they put custom padding in there for me. Again, it's not a mod that you need, but it's a mod that I highly recommend and you're going to enjoy your Honda 450 RL much, much more. Also, Taco Moto has an all blue one. It's pretty cool. It gives the Honda that old retro look. And number 2 is the IMS Aftermarket Fuel Tank. This is a 3-gallon fuel tank. I think on the KTM, the IMS was a 3.2, 3.3. On the Honda, for the RL or the X, it's a 3-gallon. Now, I don't know if Cherubies makes one. I'm pretty sure they do. I just haven't seen it. I've just always been IMS, and I like IMS, so I stick with IMS. It's not something you need, but it's going to make your experience that much better having a whole nother gallon of fuel on board. And you can get bigger. You can go 4 gallons, 4.5. I forget what they are, almost 5 gallons. And they're huge tanks. They're awesome for stuff. I just didn't want to put too much weight up front, right? I want to be able to carry some extra fuel without changing the characteristics of the bike because there's so much weight up front. I average around 40 miles a gallon, so I'm getting about 120 miles out of it. Depending on how you ride and ECUs and all that stuff. I would recommend though, when you install it, to clean the inside of the IMS tank really, really good. And then let it dry really, really good. But you do that, you'll be good. And number one, and this isn't the most important mod. Like I said, I think people will have prioritized different mods depending on their needs, but this is also not something that you have to have, but it's going to make your experience way better, and it made my experience way better. And that is aftermarket ECU. Specifically, the Athena Get SX1 from Moto. This is the best ECU that I've ridden. I think the map that comes with the SX1 from Moto for the Honda 450 RL and X, it's fabulous. I really enjoy it. I did a whole shootout video that you can check out. I'll put a link in the description, but it was on the Vortex versus the AIM versus the SX1 from Get ECU. The Get SX1 ECU from Moto is the best by far. Now, these are pricey, but I think they're worth it. There's so many features. It gives me a lot of data on my phone, RPMs, all kinds of stuff that I can see. It has traction control if I want to go to traction control. It has different switches. Like, I can set this up a lot of ways to accommodate a lot of people, and I really like it. Now, I highly recommend an aftermarket ECU for the Hondas. They're just detuned to meet regulations, so having an aftermarket ECU bumps up that horsepower and allows it to run better than it's coming stock to meet regulation. Don't want the SX1 if it's too much money for you. I recommend the Vortex. If you can find a Vortex used for like $400 or $500, jump all over it. But I think if you're buying new, you might as well pay a little more and get the SX1. The way the bike performs is phenomenal. For me, having the flywheel weight and the SX1, my throttle and power delivery and throttle response, it's excellent. Excellent. It's everything that I would want. And this gives me the most power. The Honda can be run without all these mods. But if you buy any of these mods, you're going to make your Honda 450 RL experience way better, right? It's just that much better. That's my top 5 mods for the Honda 450 RL in 2024. If I missed anything or you think something else is more important, list them down below. And if you're running all 5 of these mods, let me know. I want to know how many people are running all these mods. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good holidays, and I will catch you guys later.